Hello and welcome back everybody to another episode of Redstone Breakdown, where today we're going to be doing something a little bit more advanced, okay? So if you don't think you're ready for more advanced stuff than what we've been doing previously, you may want to skip this episode and come back later, but if you think you're ready to take this on, I will hold your hand, and we will go through this together, alright? So, the simple comparator. Not simple at all. Okay, this thing is probably the most complex thing in the redstone world. But, like I said, I will hold your hand and we will get through this together. So, this is how it starts. 3 pieces of stone, 3 redstone torches, and a piece of quartz in the middle, and boom, bada bing, bada boom, you got one of those things. Okay, so there's 2 modes for this thing. You got comparison mode and subtraction mode, and we will get to those later on what they do. And this is an all-familiar sight, is it not? The signal strength. This basically acts the same as a repeater, basically. So we have a full signal strength redstone torch right here, come all the way out, and sure enough gives us a redstone signal of 15. This is a full dropper. We'll get to why it's full and why it does its thing. Anyways, this is showing that it works through a block, so it's giving out an output signal of course, 15. So this is really cool. I do like that it works through walls and whatnot for hidden redstone. This is where things get a little tricky, okay? So these give out a redstone signal based on how much you put in them. And it's basically like the percentage of how full everything is. So how full a hopper is, how full a chest is, how full a furnace is, how full a dropper is, how full a double chest is, and well, you're different. We'll get to you in a second. So, and one thing you got to keep in mind with this is you got stacks of 64 here for regular blocks, but some things don't stack all the way. Okay, you got the eggs that go up to 16, you got signs that go up to 16. I can't remember. I think Eyes of Ender might go up to 16 too. But then these don't stack at all. So if you were to have, 27 for a single chest? If you had 27 of these and just put them all into a chest, you'd get an output signal of 15. So, over here though, on average for a regular type of block style, like that goes up to 64, it takes about a stack plus 60. So if we go ahead and put in a stack, and then we go ahead and put in 60, go ahead and watch this line right here, boom, you get 1, okay? If we were to drop 1 back, we don't get it. We need that 60th to put in there. But note, this is why I'm saying this is about. Okay, don't actually use this. I'll put a link in the description to the actual wiki that you guys can use to actually view the exact amounts. But if we were to put in another stack plus the 60, sure enough, we get another signal strength out. But really, I think that we only need, it's either 58. Nope, it's 59. We need 1 less. Okay. So basically right now, if you want a different way of looking at this is basically saying this 3/15 full is what this chest is. It is, and then in this situation, it's not quite 3/15, it's 2/15 at least, though, full. So that's one way to look at this. Hopefully that kind of makes things a little bit easy to understand with this. But yeah, so it's about a stack plus 60 for all of these. It's about 23 items for all of these. It's 14 items for these because this only has 3 spots. This has 5. That has 27. You have 9. You have too many to count. I think it's like 54. But you only got 1 spot. And you are by far one of my most intrigued. I'm intrigued by this whole thing. It goes up to 12. Okay, you can't get a signal of 15 out of this guy. You can get a signal up to 12. It's based upon which music disc you put in. Okay? So let's go ahead and say we want to put chirp in. Okay? Chirp is number 4. And if you want to find the order, it's pretty easy. Just look up discs and bada bing, bada boom. Just in order. Okay? You can kind of look at the music ID if you want. Like that was 2256, 2257, 2258. It's the same exact order as the signal strength you'll get. So this is the 4th one, so we should get a signal strength of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Let's try it again with, let's say, Let's go ahead and try and max it out. Let's go ahead and use weight. And we should get a signal strength of 12. And yep, sure enough, we do. So that's one thing I actually learned in the process of making this, which I really like. It's kind of cool. I'm really happy I learned about that because I couldn't use that. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out some more, shall we? I can't show you this because I'm in creative mode and I can't place down a half-eaten cake, unfortunately. But each little piece of the cake, because there's 7, provides a signal strength of 2. So unfortunately, this one only goes out to a signal strength of 14. Does not hit the 15th. So this guy over here, though, is even worse. Look at this one. Only goes out to 3. And we can manipulate that by washing some boots. So if we want to wash a pair of boots, you'll see, remember this is the line you want to look at. It takes it down in a strength, clean them again, takes it down another strength, and clean the last one. And it's 0, but it's being activated by this guy over here. So we can go and put our boots back, and we can go ahead and fill our cauldron back up and get that signal strength back up. You, on the other hand, you're pretty cool. I like you. Gives out 1 signal strength for each turn, so the max that he can go out to is a signal strength of 8. Let's come out here, go on across, signal strength of 8. And then as soon as you turn it back to regular, you're only getting your output signal of 1. And this is one I don't know why anybody would want to use this. It's kind of weird to me. But you can go ahead and measure, god dang it, I can never remember the name of you, end portal frames. If it has nothing in it, you don't get an output signal. If it has an eye vendor in it, you get an output signal of 15. Why you want that, I don't know. But you, on the other hand, I can't demonstrate you because I don't understand you, okay? These things, like every single time they do a correct command, I think it is, they're supposed to increase the signal strength. And like I can do game mode 1, and I need to probably put at A for that. So see, it did it correctly, so there's a signal strength of 1. Maybe if I change it to putting me in a different game mode. Oh, okay. Yeah, but every single time it does it successfully, it's supposed to like go up, but I don't really understand it for some reason. So let's go back to game mode 1. Yeah, every single time it runs it correctly, it's like supposed to go up. That's the way I was understanding it, but that's not the case on here. So I don't know. But there's supposed to be a way that it takes signal strength and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Now let's get to the real fun part, okay? The, wait, is it called comparator mode? I just read this. Comparison mode. Okay, I thought it was slightly different. So it's comparison mode and the subtraction mode, okay? Let's go and deal with the easier first. Subtraction mode is a lot easier to deal with, okay? Basically, here's how everything works. We got the front signal coming out here. We got the back signal coming out there. Then we have the side signal coming out here. And the side signal could come out this way, but just for looks, I'm only doing it from one way. But yeah, here's how it works, okay? We have, say, a signal coming out the back of 9, all right? Let's go ahead and over here, let's give it a signal of 6, okay? So while it's in subtraction mode, which it is because the light's on, we take 9 minus 6, and we should get an output of 3. Pretty cool, right? I don't know what you would really use this for, but that's kind of how it works. So let's go and up this up to 12. Let's go ahead and take this down to 4. And we should get an output signal of 8. And sure enough, we do. And that's subtraction mode. Really, really simple, really, really easy. And hopefully it'll be as easy in comparison mode, okay? So here's the basic way to understand this. If the back signal is stronger than the side signal, then it'll just equal out the back signal. If the back signal is less, though, than the side signal, you'll just get nothing. And if the back signal is equal to the side signal, it just equals the back signal. So if we have an 8, we come over here, we have an 8. Sure enough. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, did I place it wrong? Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. We're in subtraction mode. My bad. There we go. Now we should get 8. So there you go. If you subtract something by something, you get nothing. So, yeah, sure enough, we have an 8. But if we were to change it so that way the side signal was stronger, so we go ahead and change this up to a 9, sure enough, we don't have anything. But let's go ahead and take it down to a measly 7, and sure enough, we will get that output of 8 again. Let's go and try to another example. Let's go ahead and say that the side signal is a 4, and this one is a 12. The back signal is stronger, so the back signal will just pass through, and we can come all the way out to 12. Sure enough, it works. So if you can just remember that, and you can remember that, subtraction's really easy, honestly. But if you can remember this, you're going to be just fine. Okay? Now for a little bit of an example, okay? So, this is where it's going to get a little bit fun. A lot of people like to make these things, including myself. This is an item sorter, okay? And I'm going to show you how to make one, okay? And why are you on? But none of... Oh, god dang it. I'll have to show you how to set it up too, apparently. But, here's how we do it. You go ahead and you place a block here, block here, block here, block here. Go and put some redstone here and here. Go ahead and put a comparator here. Go ahead and put a repeater there. Go ahead and put a redstone torch there. Make sure you have a hopper going into a chest here. Make sure on top of that hopper you have a hopper going into, this is important, going into the comparator. Okay? And then on top you can just have another hopper going across. And say if you had the chain continuing across, you could just have it go over to there. Okay? Bada bing, bada boom, pretty easy. So, and one thing I can do just for the purpose of example is going to go into trap chest. And we can put the trap chest right there. Okay, so let's go and do this thing, shall we? Let's say, actually, now I got to set, okay, now I got to set it up. So we want to set this thing up for lapis, okay? We have this one set up for diamond over here. Set this one up for lapis, okay? Let's go and do stack 32. Let's go and put that in, and let's put 4 signs right there, okay? And that'll go down until it hits 6, if we did it right. Yes, we did. So, I'll go and show you the breakdown here in a second as to how this is all working. But I need to make sure that I have all these set up as well. So if we go across, everything should have 6 and 4 signs in it. God dang it. Okay, so let's say that we came back from a good mining trip and then we had some of this stuff. Okay, let's go and put a stack into that. Let's go put a stack into that, stack into that, stack into that, and then the 63 of that. Let's go ahead and run it through. And as you should see, actually, it's probably going to be starting over here first, because that was the first item that it comes across. And then slowly, it'll just start filling across where it should. But let's go and show you what's going on, okay? So, defaultly with all of these, like right here, it's giving out an output signal of 1. But once it hits that extra little bit, it's basically saying, oh, I'm now 2/15 full, okay? Once it hits that 7 plus 4, it's saying that it's 2/15 full. So with that, you can kind of see right now the diamond's getting filled up right now. Or no, that's gold. But with that, it'll turn off, it'll send the output, no, god dang it, let's start over. Once it hits an output signal of 2, it'll go ahead and drop down here like it is right now. Activate this repeater, which will activate this torch, which will then turn off and unlock the hopper down here, allowing it to flow into this chest. Okay? Pretty simple. And it's not going to let anything else through. Like, you can't get gold in here because gold doesn't stack with any of this. So that's the important thing with this. Is there anything being filled right now? Yes, diamond right now is being filled. So you'll see it goes from 7 to 6, 7 to 6, 7 to 6, 7 to 6. And it's just slowly being filled. So that is basically how this thing works. And if we were to have something random in here as well, let's go ahead and just speed up the process 5 and 4, and then let's just say that there's some redstone in there. Okay, the redstone is going through. It shouldn't go anywhere, so it should just end up in this final chest, which would just be a junk chest. And that's pretty much how an item sorter works. It's just based on getting these to have an output signal of 2 and unlocking the hopper beneath. It's a pretty simple concept, but where people screw this up is just not having the hopper feed into the comparator. Alright, so we're almost done. We're almost done. Now just to show where you can place these things. Okay, you can place them on top of pistons, but be careful because as soon as you activate it, the comparator pops off. Any regular block, of course, you can put a comparator on top of it. Any opaque block like glass or leaves, anything airy, you can't place them on top of that. Like blocks like this and over there, with the exception of the fence, it does not work on top of the fence. You can place them on top of. And we're using an example from last week over there, because pressure plates hold back water. These things are not immune to water, they just break automatically, okay? Pretty simple. And now for a little bit of fun, okay? So to end this little thing off, this is basically the simplest and fastest clock that basically you can have in Minecraft, and also a pretty fun little thing that you can leave for people at their bases. Actually, I think we need to add some repeaters off of this, maybe? Maybe? Okay, it's only working off of that one. I thought, like, I feel like it should work off of all of these, but if that was the case, then we could just do that. Oh, yeah, uh-oh. That's the subtraction mode. And just like that. Okay, now we can have a couple more. You can make noise machines with these things. Except that one doesn't want to work for some damn reason, so we'll just have to work with 2. But yeah. It's really annoying really fast. But yeah, that's just a cool little design and a cool little troll thing that you can do if you want. But yeah, that's basically the comparator. So this episode was a little bit longer. Like damn near 2 times as long as all the rest of them. But seriously, this thing is not easy and not simple by any means. So hopefully I was able to teach you guys a little bit about this. Hopefully maybe you have a better understanding as to how these things work. And if so, then we should be golden for the rest of the series, because it's only going to get easier from here. Okay, this is seriously as hard as it's probably ever going to get. So hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I did a good job. And I'll see you guys back here in the next episode.